embrace the polarity that you have. Everybody has a polarity of feminine energy and masculine energy. We both have all the components. And today I'm going to talk about embracing this polarity. It could be embracing the polarity within yourself, or it could be embracing the polarity in your relationship if you have a partner, and this thing gonna help you. So hey guys, welcome. I'm Parshvika. On this channel we talk a lot about feminine energy, relationship, manifestation, self-improvement. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing. We have two short courses. One is a feminine energy, masculine energy short mini course. Another course is all about manifesting, attracting relationship. The links are in description along with the female self-care planner. Anyways, so the message that I have for you today, I feel this thing because I did some tarot reading. I do it daily. So I feel like the embracing polarity is really important because in a lot of the people, this polarity is disturbed, and everybody has feminine and masculine energy. Somebody is more on the feminine side and somebody is more on the masculine side. You got to have a balance of this, and it's not that always easy to balance it, but you got to realize you're the God creator of your own reality. And the very simple way to embrace and balance this out is just following your joy and happiness and peace. What makes you happy? What do you want to do? Now obviously going with the flow is more kind of like the feminine energy, but when you take an action and going with the flow, it's kind of like masculine energy coming to the place. So it's like a proper balance of the feminine and the masculine. Feminine is like going with the flow, and masculine energy is all about taking action. So that's put the two energies together. That's about like when you are talking about yourself, individual, you're talking about yourself, okay? But when you're talking about in a relationship, regardless of your gender, who you are, you can play this role in your relationship because has to be a balance of these energies. Because we have the 7 hermetic principles, the Kybalion. If you don't know the natural laws, there is a law of polarity, and the yin and yang does exist. I know this is a little bit more spiritual, but yes, it is, because we are all spiritual beings and that's who we are. So at the end of the day, the polarity is important, and you got to embrace that. Instead of complaining about your partner that she doesn't do what you wanted to do them, they don't show up at the time, or they don't care about you the way you wanted to be them to, or they are reckless, they are lazy or something like that. They forget about your important dates. It happened with the majority of the men out there. They forget about the dates. They get busy, caught up in their work, so they forget sometimes to message their partner. They come home late or whatever it is. This is normal. You gotta embrace this polarity instead of complaining about it. And I know it's not seem that romantic or that fantasy, but that's what it is. You got to realize nobody is perfect. You're not perfect, they are not perfect, and it's never gonna be perfection. Striving for perfection is the next to impossible, and that's the last thing you want to do it. So see them as who they are. Okay, don't just look at the highlights. I would say this is the one thing that my partner told me: don't focus on what they are saying, focus on their actions. The most important thing, I think that this is applicable in any kind of relationship, but it's more applicable in the romantic relationships. Don't focus on what they are saying to you. Focus on what they are doing, action-wise, practically what exactly they are doing. If they say they love you, they treat you so well, they're always there for you, okay, they say it, but do they do it or they don't do it? That's the first thing. The second thing is see them for who they are. Don't see their flaws as like a good things. Oh, they are so good. Yes, they are good. Of course, we need to focus on the positive things. Of course, we need to be positive and all that stuff. But you also got to see their flaws, because they also have the flaws just like you have the flaws. And oftentimes in the beginning of the relationship, people don't look at the flaws. They just look at the bright, good side of them, and that's how the relationship began. But when the flaws hit the corner, when you have some argument there, everything falls down. And then the love and all that stuff goes breakdown. So the best thing is you got to realize that everybody has flaws, and there is nothing wrong with having flaws, and that's make them who they are, and that's make you who you are. So whatever they are doing, if you don't like it, maybe try to tell them, show them, convince them if that's possible, but I don't recommend you to convince or change them, but you can talk about it in a neutral way, not creating drama or being angriness. Like, just dissolve your emotions first. I think dissolving emotion is not a right word, but I would say feel your emotions first, whatever that emotions is it, because when you're going to feel it, it's going to go away. So feel them, let them come on the surface for who they are instead of trying to change them. Once the feelings, you feel it truly, you're going to go back to neutral, and then talk with your partner about the situation, about the thing that it's bothering you, in a neutral way. Because once your feelings and emotions are gone, you're going to obviously go back to the neutral state, a more stable state, and then you can tell them what it is, and then you can come to a conclusion that's gonna help both of them, both the parties, like both the parties are benefited, because it's not just about you or it's not just about them, it's like both the parties coming together. And that's why we say about the polarity, because the feminine energy has the different role and the masculine energy has the different roles, and everybody has these energies. So you need to see them for their kind of energy, what is exactly they are doing. Majority of the time, can you be with that person in the beginning if you don't know about it, and looking at them for who they are and seeing them for who they are, instead of focusing on their words, focus on their actions, and then see your own priorities. What is more important for you? What is the top most important that you can't negotiate? Put those things in the neutral position in front of your partner, so that they could understand you without guessing that they're gonna should know about you or something like that. No, no, no. You tell them instead of convincing them, instead of changing them, and then you work together as a couple, as a team, to come to a conclusion, and understanding what you can negotiate, what they can negotiate, what you can't negotiate, what they can't negotiate, like coming to a common point. That's where this polarity is maintained, and embracing the polarity or embracing these two energy is very, very important, and that's where the balance comes into the place. And it's not easy to balance it out, so you don't need to strive for balancing. Oh, it need to be balanced every time. Oh, it's out of the balance. Oh, no, no, no. Understand mistakes, imperfections, flaws, and the things doesn't going the way that you want it to will always gonna happen. You gotta come back to you, come back to the neutral state, and then not convince them. Why I'm saying convincing? Convey them, not convince. I'm taking a wrong word. Convey them in a neutral way what exactly, why it's bothering you, what exactly it is. I hope it makes sense what I'm trying to tell you in this video, because it's a little bit different, a little bit philosophical, a little bit spiritual, because I'm combining ways different components over here. Because yes, relationships are complicated, but we make it complicated at the end of the day. They are not complicated, but since we are complicated beings, we don't understand ourselves. How can we understand the other person? And polarity maintenance or balancing of the two energies is not just about in the relationship. First it starts within you, and then you can extend into your relationship as well. So hopefully this video make any sense, or you can connect with it, you can relate with it. Let me know if you have any questions. Also let me know. I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.